This is called social media branding. What you guys are talking about is sales. Sales is that you have some kind of message and you want them to react. This is not about sales, this is about branding. That's what you guys have to figure out. Okay, so Facebook ads is about sales. Facebook ads is immediate, but not organic Facebook leads coming from your personal profile.
Okay, and then at these examples here, these are wedding anniversaries. And once again, these are events that are going to get a lot of engagement out of it. So if you guys have a wedding anniversary coming up or any anniversary coming up, make sure to post it, tell about the story.
So when else can you post about your anniversary? What day?
The date of your anniversary or the day you were married or
Throwback Thursday?
Oh, I guess you can do Throwback Thursday too.
Woman Crush Wednesday? Man Crush Monday?
Man Crush Monday, Woman Crush Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, so Fallback Friday. So many different hashtags.
But talk about how.
Yes.
So there's plenty of opportunities to share the stories that you want to share or that will re-engage your audience. So if you're talking about your anniversary, you don't have to wait until your anniversary. You can post it on Thursday. Thursday, there's a hashtag called Throwback Thursday. Basically, you share a memory of the past. Any memory of the past. So what works best for me is when I was a little kid. Less than 10 years old, adorable, that's what people like. Okay. When I was a teenager in high school, no one cares about how I looked in high school. They say I look the same. So your anniversary, you can throw up on Thursday. You can throw up, so on Mondays, there's a hashtag called MCM or Man Crush Monday. A lot of wives will talk about their husbands. Okay, or WCW on Wednesday, which is Woman Crush Wednesday. You can talk about your spouse. Okay, so that's another time you can talk about anniversaries.
Okay, so it looks like there's some guy that's sleeping with his daughter. That would be me. So this was something I started. It was pretty much the first day that I started this thing called Father-Daughter Tuesdays. And it's a day that I leave work early. My wife gets to go and do whatever she needs to do. Like she can go get her nails done, have a spa day, like just have her own day to do whatever she needs to do. So this was just by accident. Like I wasn't planning this at all. But I decided just to talk about my first day alone with my daughter because I was freaked out. Like, what am I gonna do when she needs food? I'm gonna change diaper, you know. So we survived our first day alone together.
They can see you now.
Oh,
yeah.
And I can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But can you describe the paragraphing?
Oh, sure. Well, this is actually broken.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. They can't see it, they said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll read it. Yeah, I'll read it. I can read. I'll read it. So we survived our first day alone together. My wife had client appointments today and asked if I would be okay being alone with our daughter for the first time. I told her I have this all under control. She left, and then the anxiety began. 10 minutes after my wife left, our daughter started crying. I picked her up and checked her diaper, changed her, gave her a bottle, and rocked her to sleep. This was the pattern for the rest of the day. I got to bond with our daughter on a level I have not had since she was born. This is a day I will never forget.
So every single post, you're trying to emit a very strong emotion. Okay. What else works, if you guys are my friend on Facebook, is you see that I changed my profile picture, but I change it within a certain set of photos, and there's a specific reason for that. And I learned this from my attractive friends. All of us have an attractive friend that can put up a picture and get 500 likes. That's not me. I can't do that. So what I do is I rotate between these 4 pictures, and eventually this one has 330. This one has 380. This one has 285, and this one has 350 something. But as I rotate, the counter goes up. So for those of you who are unknowing, makes me look like I'm a big deal. That make sense? So you rotate, but you rotate within a certain set of pictures for your profile pictures. Some aha moments, I think I heard. Okay, so some do's and don'ts real quick. So you want to build rapport, you want to build some trust, you want to be engaging. Engaging means that when people are liking and commenting on your post, you are responding to them. This is a big mistake I see you guys make. So if you don't like or comment on their post, you inevitably in a live conversation, you're turning your back and you're walking away from it. That's what you're doing. And what you're doing is you're training them not to ever like or comment on your post ever again. So William here, if I don't comment back to acknowledge that he took the time to comment on my post, eventually he's going to stop. That make sense? Yes. Matt.
Does that affect the algorithms as far as what it deems people should see or not? Likes versus comments? Are comments ranked higher than likes?
No, they're all engagement. So the question was, are likes or comments or shares, they're all engagement. So Facebook will show you through algorithms what you like, and I'll expand on that later in the presentation. So I want to answer your question, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth later. And if you want these slides, I'll give them to you, so you don't have to take pictures.
Thank you.
So do be yourself. Who's my friend on Facebook? Am I a little bit quirky?
Very.
Yeah. In my personal life, right? But in business, it's all business, right? So you can be yourself. You can be yourself. But Felix, I'm an accountant by trade. That's what I did in my past life. I'm sort of dry, Felix. Well, you just find 5,000 other dry people that were accountants to be your friend. There's enough people that will like you for you being you. You don't have to be someone else. But I will caution you that you have to tell a story very well, okay? So this morning I had a couple of conversations with people, and they said, Felix, you live a really exciting life. No, I don't. It's that I can tell a story. It's all copywriting. This is marketing. It's all about copywriting. So be yourself, do respond to the comments, interact with your audience. What does that mean? The next step is, if you know a sphere that has referred to business, you should probably like all of their posts and comment on all of their posts about their kids and their life. Guess what you're doing? You are the person they'll think about when they will refer business for real estate, right? This is Sales 101. What's Sales 101? Do they know your name? Do they know the line of business you're in? Do they like you and trust you? And then maybe they'll give you business. I say maybe because anybody who's been in business a while knows that even friends and family don't use you sometimes. So decide on your privacy settings. This is not a place where we're going to talk about that. I could talk about that, for example, for 20 hours. 20 hours. No kidding. But I'm not going to bore you. You just have to decide. And if there's some issue that you have with the privacy settings, shoot me an email or shoot me a message on Facebook. I will help you get over it. I will. I don't want to add strangers. I'll help you get over it. Promise you. So less is more. Take down anything controversial. Who's a Republican? Who's a Democrat? Don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. Okay. So in my office, I'm the Fullerton branch manager. I have agents that are very serious about their politics on both sides. And I advise them to take it off of their personal page. And they said, but I want to put it on there. Okay, great. You're splitting your audience in half. So don't talk about politics. Where you can talk about politics is if you join a group, let's call it Orange County Democrats or Southern California Republicans, and it's a group, then go all out. Full bore. Anything you want to say, you can say in that group because you have like-minded people. You're not splitting the opinion. Does that make sense? But you're splitting the opinion on your personal page. Don't talk about religion. So who has a religion? I have a religion. Okay. So what I'm saying here is don't preach to other people. I'm not saying if you volunteer at church and that's your SY, great, post about it. Just don't say Matthew 7:1, ask and you shall receive, and people are thinking, he thinks he's holier than that. He thinks he's better than us. That's how it's perceived. You're shaking your head? Is that how you perceive it, Matt? Yes, sir.
Can I go back to the group thing?
Sure.
So I'm in groups. I didn't ask to be in groups, but I'm in groups. Why would I want? So I'm in groups, and I don't know the people in the groups, so I don't really feel comfortable sharing my personal beliefs in those groups. How do you feel about it?
Well, if the group is about a specific candidate or a specific party, then that's what you talk about. So if it's about hiking, you talk about hiking only. If it's about Harley Davidsons and motorcycles, you talk about Harley Davidsons and motorcycles. If it's about health and fitness, you talk about health and fitness. So you don't need to talk about any opinion outside of that specific arena, so you'll be fine. So don't bring politics into a Harley Davidson conversation, because then it goes back to splitting your audience from your personal page. But if it's a personal page about OC Democrats, then you can go full bore how you're a Hillary supporter and we got robbed. Okay? If it's about, if you're you're Republican, you can go into the SoCal Republican and say, oh my gosh, we won. Great, right? And you can gloat, but don't gloat on your personal page because it's petty and it doesn't make you look good. Does that make sense?
Okay. So I have one more question. So if you've done that, what next?
So we're progressing this, but stay in the moment here, right? So as soon as I said that, now we're getting the crowd riled up because we're stuck on one line from the whole class. So let's not stick on one line from the whole class, but understand where it's coming from first. We'll go back here. I promise we'll answer all your questions, okay? But don't talk about these things, right? Self-explanatory. Okay, so there are agents that like to post that they drink. Magnify that by 10 times. That's what your clients and your friends and family think. Okay, and joking that you had a rough week and that you're going to go through a bottle of wine, they think you're a raging alcoholic, just so you know. Just so you know. You laugh, but I see this on my Facebook from real estate agents. So also, I'm guilty of everything you see up here. I made every single mistake. The difference is that I've had 10 years of an evolution. I used to do this stuff on something called Friendster. Who was on Friendster? And MySpace. This is how I posted all the wrong stuff. That's why I don't post like that anymore. But this is how I see people post on Facebook today. So nothing negative. I've seen people talk about their clients. I've seen people parent online. When you talk about negativity, no one wants to work with you. Do not parent online. Don't be negative. I've heard people talk about their clients. Oh my gosh, I have this buyer. Take him to 30 houses. And what? Who cares you took him to 30 houses? Take him to 40 more, if that's what it takes. That's how you should be perceived, not I'm annoyed that I had to take this buyer to 30 houses. It's not about you. It's about your friends and family. And when you make it about yourself and how you had the top sale in the neighborhood, that is awful. But it should be about how you got your client this top sale in the neighborhood, meaning they got enough equity to buy their dream house in Colorado Springs. That's what it should be about. Not look at me, I just got the top sale in the neighborhood. No one cares. Except you. I heard some silence there. I think most of that is the same. So don't check in too often. So I see people, they go to McCormick and Smith's, they're checking in. They go exercise, they're checking in. No one wants to see your Facebook and see map after map after map after map after map. And here's something, don't add someone on Facebook and then shoot them your business page to like. That is so annoying. Who agrees?
Yep.
Anaheim Hills, half the room raise their hands. Anaheim Hills? Okay. That is very spammy. Also tagging people, don't tag anybody. Have them request to be tagged. So what I do for my agents is if I'm more popular, if I'm more famous on Facebook, me tagging you will do you a lot better than if you tag me. You guys tagging me, I'm gonna have 20 likes on that post. If I tag you, I'll still get 200. Does that make sense? The more popular person should post it and tag the other people if they want. If they want. I see some looks out there. So don't get mad if someone doesn't add you. I'm just gonna put it out there because I have first team agents that get mad at me if I don't add them. Silence again. This is your personal Facebook. I use it for business, but don't get mad if someone doesn't add you. Just move on. Who should you add? You should add every first name agent. Why? Because they'll like your post, and then it's sort of a self-propelling repeat of your post over and over again to your friends and family. So it's not, oh, that agent works the same farm as me. No, it's that when that agent likes my post, my friends in my SOI will see that post again. Yes, my niece in the back. And the only person I call out for not liking my post is my little sister. Hey, Susan, like my post, Susan. You know, this is for my business, right? Just go on my Facebook and like everything real quick. So I do that to my little sister. My older sister, she wouldn't do that for you, so I don't even ask her. Don't check in every hour. So who's gone to Disneyland before? Disneyland, Universal? So I call it the trail or the streak. So what you guys do is you get to Disneyland at 9:45 and you're on the trolley and you're taking a picture of the trolley. And then you're at the gate, you're like, ooh, I'm at the gate. Let me take another picture and let me post it. And then you're at Magic Mountain and you do it again. Magic Mountain. What you should have done is you should have consolidated all of those in one post, not 18 posts. Because you're spreading out the likes. You're not going to get that many likes if you spread it out. You want it all consolidated in one post so people can just keep liking that same post. You're going for likes, but you're going for quantity of likes in the same post, not spread out. And there's some rapid fire people, right, that like to post every hour. That's a mistake. Okay? So if you're a beginner in this, post once a day. If you're more seasoned, you can post a couple times a day, but it needs to be at least 4 hours apart for now. 4 hours, or you're gonna cannibalize your previous post, if that makes sense. Because it's human nature. You guys will not like every single post I put out there. You guys will like some of them. That's just how human nature works. So if you post every hour, you can't expect your family and friends to like everything that you put out there. 4 or 5 hours, yes, they'll probably like most of it. So that's the don't post 5 in a row.
So Felix, when do I ask someone to like my business page?
You never do.
Never do.
You never ask someone to like your business page. So the business page is only for doing Facebook ads. I'd rather strangers like it than friends and family, because when I put the same real estate post out there on my business page as my personal, that friend that liked my business page just saw that same exact post twice. If they want to voluntarily like it, that's fine. So I didn't go over my background. 14 years in business. I've closed over 400 transactions. Used to own a real estate franchise. Fullerton branch manager. I've closed 60 houses in a year before. And before I knew what I was doing, last 3 years in production, I was closing at least 10 deals from Facebook every single year for the last 3 years. Didn't know what I was doing. Making all those mistakes, but I still was closing 10 deals a year. So then I made it a system. So just trust me that use your personal page, but don't take advantage of your friends and family. 80-20 or 90-10. That 10% you want to post not like this. So these are the spammy real estate posts. Your friends don't care about your team name. Stop branding yourself to your friends and family. They don't care. They don't care. You just spent $200 on professional pictures, and then you decided on the right here for this Lake Elsinore house to populate this link in here. You just made it a high-res picture to less resolution. Why didn't you just upload a link to the listing and then upload all of your professional pictures? Does that make sense? Even if you use your first team website. This was before Facebook discovered that people were actually putting flyers as pictures. So you could not read this before. So basically on the left there, a broker owner went ahead and made a flyer picture and made it illegible. You can't read it. On the right there, it's Zillow. Who wants to advertise for Zillow so they can charge you more as a Zillow Premier agent? I think that's not very smart. Don't ever push Zillow, Truly, or anyone that's charging you for leads, ever. Don't push their websites. You're just helping them to charge you more in the future. Wow, the crowd. So these are better posts, but I don't think they're perfect. They're just better. On the left here, it says just sold, another happy seller. This seller is living overseas, so we had to do more details that we helped out with, such as finding the right contractors to prepare the home for sale and making sure it showed love at all times. I do want to thank the family that was living there, aka the tenants, for helping all that for all the help they provided. Because of them and my team, we once again had a smooth transaction. Did they say anything about just sold? Yeah, they said just sold. Was it about them though? Was not about them. If it's about you, probably not going to work very well. Has to be about the consumer. How did you help the consumer out? What problems did you overcome and solve for the consumer? Who's ever had a 100% smooth transaction? I'll tell you, out of 400, I've never had one. Ever. Ever. You can find problems. Mortgage company A couldn't do it. We had to switch to mortgage company B. Something. Oh, I didn't go over the right side there. I'm sorry. Get a cheesy sold sign. Get a cheesy sold sign. It's awesome. Everyone needs a cheesy sold sign. Okay? This works very well, especially when they're smiling. Just take it in front of the door. Full body shot, sold sign in front of the door. I just told you what to do exactly. And then the testimonial should be congratulating your client, nothing about you. You can go over some details, transactional details, but it should not be about you. Okay? Making a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, left here, congratulations to my clients. Oh, by the way, let me thank the buyer's agent. Pablo. Pablo did a great job. Really? When's the last time you thanked the other side? Because it's all about us, right? Okay, right side there. This is more of a millennial post. I like longer posts if you guys are my friends. You know I write novels. But this is a millennial post. Listen and just sold, $15,000 of asking price, all cash buyer. The consumer can't connect those dots. You think they can? But that's because you're real estate agents. Of course, they're going to want the same thing, so they're going to call me. No, they don't connect the dots like that. They don't. Do you guys understand that? You have to actually connect the dots for them. What that meant was my client could move on to their new house that they're upgrading into, their dream house, 4,500 square feet, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, on the left there is probably the best post I've ever seen on social media. This is my friend Paige Nguyen up in San Jose. Buyers are coming soon in a few hours to their final walkthrough for my condo listing. Plumber came and repaired issues per buyer's request. I come back to another issue. The bathtub decided to throw up. I called the plumber and sent it to be dealt with later by the HOA. I had to take matters into my own hands due to the short amount of time. And let me tell you, it stank so bad I gagged and almost cried. Glad everyone, especially my seller, is happy and we're off to closing. Is it about her? Not at all. I bet you she got leads from this. And I bet you guys are not doing the same thing because you're talking about just listed, just sold, or open house, 1 to 4, come visit me. How accurate is that? Who's guilty of that? Because I was also. Okay. How many likes do you get on those posts? These are why those posts work. The personal aspect, personal life aspect. Okay. So here's another person that really believed in me over a year ago, Justin Roach. So Justin is going to close 4 or 5, very similar to Kier this year from social media. So this is all he does now. All he does is social media for his business. He's at the Anaheim Hills office. And on the right side here, this was a post that I basically copyrighted for him. So all he was going to do is Throwback Thursday, and that was it. when I got in my accident. That was his post originally. After I copyrighted it, I said, this was just over 6 years ago, laid in Broadley Hospital. 3 broken ribs, a broken shoulder, 3 broken fingers, lacerated spleen, multiple internal contusion, a swollen kidney, and a concussion. Which sounds better? Throwback Thursday, my accident, or that? Which one emits more emotion to you guys? That one. Why? You feel it. Do you feel your post, or is it boring? You have to feel your post. There has to be some kind of culture about your post. So this, he never got so many likes before. Here it has 67. And that really catapulted him basically refreshing his database. And now he averages probably 50 to 80 likes now on everything he posts. A magical number for you guys to be famous to your friends is 100. Anytime you get 100, they think you're some rock star. I'm up to, so if you guys are my Facebook friend, do you know that I started that in June of last year? That page is from June of last year. 0 friends. June of last year. There was a point where that page, 10 likes was a big deal for me. Yes, I got to 10. And now, if it's not 150, I think I didn't really do that well. So here's the point. The point is you have to test and you have to be non-emotional about your marketing. The issue with most of us in this room is that we're too emotional about our marketing. Well, I want my brand to look this way. I want to post this. Felix, this is my personal Facebook. Why are you telling me what to post? If you want to post what you want to post, when you want to post it, more than you want business, business is not coming. It's got to be about the consumer. It's got to be about emitting some kind of strong emotion. It's got to be non-emotional testing. Well, I tested that post. It bombed in 24 hours. I got 20 likes. Normally I get 100. I'm never doing that again. That make sense? So separate your feelings from that. And now let's talk about Facebook algorithms. Every 2 or 3 months, I have a post that people hate. Make sure you like my post or I'm going to unfriend you. Who's seen that one? Who was angry at me ever for posting that? You can be honest. Okay. So there's a purpose for that. Because if you don't like my post over time, Facebook will actually make it disappear. And you need to know this. It will make it disappear. So the post that you like, they'll show more of. The posts and people that you don't like, they'll show less of. The caveat is if you see them first, right? If you go to the follow, unfollow, or see them first, that's the caveat. If you select see them first, you'll still see their stuff. But outside of that, you will stop seeing their post. And it's bigger than me. It's your consumers are going to stop seeing your stuff. So hopefully that resonates. You have to get people to like your post or they will stop seeing your spam, which is your real estate. Then it's ineffective. That's why I do that. But people get angry because they don't understand the algorithm. This is 100% true. Just like don't you realize that when you Google, all the Facebook ads show up? Hey, it's a crib from Amazon. I thought I just Googled that. Hey, oh my gosh, I was on Tony Robbins' website. Now I see Tony Robbins ads all over my Facebook. Jerry.
Question, yeah.
Yes, sir.
We talked about liking your Facebook page. Do you have a specific post that you put up every couple months saying, please like my Facebook page? Or I mean, how do you?
No, I don't ask my friends to like my Facebook page. I actually don't want them to. I'd rather just have strangers like it that are not my friends, that I'm not connected with. So I don't do that. Social media concierge is a great place for our Facebook pages. You should post stuff on your Facebook page, but it's not where most of the business is coming from. So I got to have a private meeting with one of the largest teams in Orange County, and they have over 200,000 likes on their Facebook page. And they do less than 5 transactions from that Facebook page. So you guys who are chasing likes, thinking that you're going to do all these transactions, good luck to you. Good luck to you.
So again, what is it that you say that this guy didn't like? You sent out. What was it that you said that you sent out that he didn't like? That you said about?
So don't get people to like your business page. So this is all on your personal Facebook page. This is not about Facebook business page. But after I have this discussion, everyone still asks me, so is this on your business or your personal page? This is on your personal page.
Pretty loud for about it. Now my question is you were just saying that you said something about unfriending or befriending your page with this guy. That's what I was talking about. Personal.
Those are two separate things. So I unfriend people on my personal page. There's no way to make them unlike your business page. If they like it, they're the only people that can unlike it.
Mm-hmm.
But on my personal page, I can unfriend or block you. That's what we're talking about. On your personal page, unfriending people. Because of the algorithm, though. So here's my goal. My goal is to get people to like all of my stuff as much as possible. So I am filtering out those people that are just lurkers who just want to see my stuff, but they don't want to participate. They don't want to help me out. You help me and you support me by just liking my stuff. And that helps my propaganda engine. Just like when your friends and family like your post, it helps your propaganda engine. And so that's how the algorithm works. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Mary, let me come to you for the question here. So don't shoot the messenger, but what I want to do is I want to filter out those people who won't like my post and then add more people that will. And then that raises my likes, and then it churns more and more and more and more, and you are the obvious choice then.
I'm confused now because those people, the big group that had the 200,000 likes, why did they only get 5?
Because Facebook business pages don't work. Facebook business pages don't work for organic business, or organic business. Okay, they work for Facebook ads when you have the sales side. Remember we talked about the personal pages for branding, the Facebook business pages for sales. You have a message, you have a lead capture page, you lead them back to your Facebook business page. You can only do Facebook ads with a Facebook business page. That has to be the delineation that you guys understand. Why does that work though? Because your friends and family like you. But you know that when you send that to your friends and family, it's spam already asking them to like your page. You're spamming them. How many of you know, everyone knows small business owners. Are you telling me you like all of your friends' small businesses? Are you telling me that? Are you telling me that you don't get annoyed of those? Who gets annoyed of those honestly? Guess what? They get annoyed of yours too. That is what I'm trying to explain here. Matt, we got to move on, buddy, real quick.
When you have a bunch of people, so I have 750 friends and I see the same 100, 120 people liking my posts, but the other 550 are not. Are they no longer seeing my relevant posts? And how do I re-engage them?
You mix it up. You post some different things. So if you're posting, so if you guys are my friend, you know I work out. I love food, so I'm a foodie, so you guys will see my food. And I coach. So mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up. They're not engaging because it's not their common interest. Maybe you're a single guy, you don't have any kids. Maybe they have kids, so adopt a kid.
Is it looking
Borrow a
for
kid.
keywords, Felix?
No, it's not looking for keywords whatsoever.
Because when you say people aren't engaging and someone hides those posts from those people, right? They're not
So
even
the question is it what you're typing in your post? It's not what you're typing in your post. So I get it. It's not whatsoever what you're typing in your post. It's simply that they're not engaging by liking or commenting on them. Okay, so it's as simple as that. They're not liking and commenting. We got to move on. So again, do you guys see now how I could talk about this for 100 hours and keep going? Okay, we got to keep going. Tips and tricks. So, I used to like my own Facebook posts. It's very narcissistic. You shouldn't do it. It used to work where it actually would refresh my post to all my friends. It doesn't work anymore. Facebook caught on. It said, oh, some people know our secret. So every time they like their own post, it refreshes and all their friends and family see it again. So now when I like it, I don't get any more likes. But when we talked 6 months ago, I would like my post and I would get 5 or 7 more likes. Right, Bridget saying yes? Because you used it?
I don't anymore.
But it's not effective anymore. That's why we don't use it anymore. But I used to do it all the time. And so you guys have seen it, right? Here, you've seen
it. I still do it. I didn't know that it changed.
Oh, yeah. It's
damn, all right.
They're changing the algorithm on us. It's always changing. But there's a secret now. So that doesn't work. But you can comment a new comment at the bottom and it'll still do the same thing. Ooh. So you comment a fresh new comment. So you comment a fresh new comment. You can't reply to a comment. Comment a fresh new comment in that post and it'll refresh it to all your friends and family. It's got to be a new comment at the bottom, not replying to a friend. Has to be a new comment. Has to be on the main thread, new comment. And that is just like liking your post again. And just don't like your post because it's tacky. It's tacky.
What did you compare that as?
I don't
When
know.
you like your own post? What did you call it?
I don't know. Narcissistic?
No, it's
Oh.
like giving yourself a high five.
Oh, it's giving yourself a high five.
Would you ever give yourself a high five? Right now, right?
Yeah, that's what I called it. So here's an advanced technique. So adding people you don't know safely. First is you go to local groups. So let's hear some hobbies. Let's participate. So who has a hobby? Let's shout them out. Golf, hiking, what else? Backpacking, skiing. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna get lost in those four. Okay, so the first one was golf. So if you go to the top of Facebook and you do the search bar and you search golf, you're gonna get things all across the world. That doesn't help you when you're trying to mine people in your area. But what you can do is you can do a geographic term location in the beginning of that. So you can say Irvine Golf and search that and see if, then you go to groups and you figure out if there's any groups that you can join for Irvine Golf. Yorba Linda Golf, Brea Golf, Orange County Golf, OC Golf, those are different. LA Golf, Los Angeles Golf, Southern California Golf, SoCal Golf, those are all different terms. So then you find these groups, you request to be added to the groups, and then you just talk about golf. Don't you dare talk about real estate. Don't you dare talk, this is very, very important. Don't you dare talk about real estate. We're gonna talk about the Big Bertha driver, and then you're gonna friend request me. Because you also use the Big Bertha driver, right? Oh yeah, of course. TaylorMade titanium? No, we're more traditional. No TaylorMade, we're Big Bertha, okay? So you add me as a friend, and then every fourth, fifth, or sixth post, now you spam me about real estate on your personal page because you added me as a friend from that group. Let me repeat that. Once you've had a couple conversations online, you add them as a personal friend on your personal page. Don't talk about it. You're going to get blocked from the group. There's a coach that I know of that's a friend of mine on Facebook that teaches you to get blocked out of groups. Don't do it. I'm not going to name their name, but don't do it. Okay, so this does take longer, but this is more effective. Think about it. These are people with the same exact hobbies as you. They're just like you, so they're probably going to like you. Is this good? So if you're worried about safety issues, you can have conversations just on the group page until you get to know them, feel them out. Are they going to be weird? They're going to be weird. Taking Facebook offline. Ooh, new stuff. So here's one of my good friends. His name is Kier McGlory. He and his wife and his beautiful daughter, they went to Disneyland. And so I saw this on Facebook and I said, you know what? I haven't talked to Kier in months. Let me write him a personal note card. This is what you actually write on a personal note card or what's it called? Postcards? Postcards. Kier, hope you're doing well, brother. I just saw that you brought Savon to Disneyland for the first time. Love watching you capture those memories on Facebook. Let's connect for coffee soon. And I'm never too busy for your referrals. You can then spam your business. Please keep me in mind, blah, 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 blah. Friends and family, love you, brother. So you take a Facebook post you saw from a friend or family, SOI, you write them a note card. Did I say text? I didn't say text. Did I say private message them? I didn't say private message them. What did I say? Note card, handwritten note card, handwritten. I don't care if your handwriting is awful. 5 a week. 5 a week. You can do past clients as long as they're on Facebook and you see them. So the question was past clients? Yeah, anyone you want. 5. Which 5 would I pick? I would probably pick the 5 that has referred me business before or is most likely to refer me business. Oh, hey, Facebook business page. Primary purpose of the Facebook business page is to run Facebook ads. That's the sales side. That's not the branding side. That's immediate return. You spend money, what do you want to do? You want to get leads. There's some branding involved there too, but you want to get leads. Okay, so I'm going to have Kier come back up. You ready, brother? Kier's going to talk about Facebook business page because, again, he was stupid enough to listen to me about my Facebook business page advice, and he's gotten some leads from there. So I want him to talk about that and what he's doing.
Sorry about the emotional moment there. Haven't read that post in a very long time.
That was awesome, actually.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Shout out to Anna. Guess I know you guys all very personal now. Huh? Jeez. All right, so talking Facebook ads. All right. So to your left and your right, you see Facebook ads. This one actually happens to be one of mine. It was a client, Jamie. I actually sold her parents' house probably a year before, and I just stayed in touch with her with her parents on Facebook. You know, they actually started following me. They started following my story with, you know, my birth of my child, and they kept commenting and comment back and forth, and all of a sudden they said, "Hey, you know what? Our daughter's looking to buy a house. Can you help them?" Like, yeah, you know. So I ended up taking Jamie and her daughter out, Katie, to show houses, and you know, obviously we found them a house. But as you can see here in the post, this was actually on my business post.
How long was this?
Oh, it's
5 or 6 paragraphs, right?
Yeah, it's probably about 4 or 5 or 6 paragraphs here. But it's a story. I mean, I don't talk about anything about me giving them like a very good deal in the house or you know how great of an age I was. I found them a house in less than a month. None of that stuff. It was based off of just congratulating them on the purchase of their home, and then also thanking, you know, her mother for referring me, you know, her clients. So when it comes, and you know, I boosted this post. It was a testimonial post. Actually generated several leads off of this, and I closed a buyer off of this post here. And then this other post here also has a story.
So real quick, remember that's the sales. So that's a call to action. That's an ad that you put together to get sales leads directly. But we do branding on our personal page. We don't have call to actions on our personal page. It's not very effective.
I missed something.
What
You're
was your
saying that
question?
the one that you did on the left is a call to action?
Both of them are. Both of them.
Well, yes, because these are examples of business posts. So in here at the bottom, you can't see it, but in here I put, you know, like my information, like thank you, Kiera McGlory, my realtor number, and all that kind of stuff. So I put that on my business post, but I also posted this on my personal. And my personal, it was just clearly just a story. That's it. I didn't put contact me, Kiera McGlory, my telephone number, anything like that. So business posts, you're allowed to put your contact information and the call to action. Personal posts, you keep it personal because they can reach out to you. They already have your contact information. Your friends on Facebook, though.
So can you share how much you spent and how long you were advertising? What kind of ads you do?
Well, I mean, I've actually started doing a lot more Facebook ads, but the ads that I'm boosting are all value. Like for instance, I recently did a interview with my professional stager. So every listing I take, I always have my professional stager go and stage the property. So I interviewed her. You know, I was like, hey, you know, she was talking about what she does, what's the importance of staging. So with a post like that, I boosted that, and that's actually going to be something I'm going to start doing. You know, I just started doing this month, and I'm going to continue to do it to 2017. It's going to, because it's all about value. Like people already know what I do, but if I can break it down to why this is important, why is staging important, you know, why is it important to contact the lender? Why is it important to get a home inspection? You know, why is it important to get a termite inspection? It's all about value. So when it comes to Facebook ads that I just started doing with interviewing different members of my team, it's the value component. Now, when it comes to boosting testimonials, I've definitely got more returns out of it, you know, in terms of business. So if you're gonna do Facebook ads, you definitely want to focus on testimonials because you get a lot more value out of it. So
If you boost for an open house and you're expecting leads, probably not going to happen. So I do monitor some of these Facebook real estate groups out there. And there's people that complain that they spent $200 on a Facebook ad to market their open house and they got no leads and they got nobody to show up for their open house. And they say it doesn't work. I think they don't know how to place an ad right. Guys understand that, right? So this works because it's emotional. This works because it's not about you. The old branding was very much about pounding your chest. And if you are number one market share, if you are the number one dominant person in a farm or in a city, really you have more leeway. You don't have to listen to me as much, and you will still get away and get leads out of breaking all the rules I'm talking about. But if you're trying to come up and you're trying to capture market share, you better do it right. So the only consistent thing is change. So I do feel like this Facebook train is going to run out or slow down. When? 4 or 5 years. So is it worth it? Yes, because this is where most of the leads are coming from, but it's going to slow down. And then there's going to be a new one called Tiles. I'm just kidding. Don't go to tiles.com. Right? But there will be something new, and we're going to have to keep learning. The only consistent thing in this business is change. When I got in this business, I was competing against 30 offers on every single house. I better write a good offer if I'm competing against 30 offers. Guess what? I'm a great buyer's agent because I compete against 30 offers. Okay? Then this thing called a short sale came about. And I said, oh, I don't want to deal with that. It sounds like it's awful. Guess what I did in 2011? I had 40 short sale listings because I said, I should have jumped in this in 2007 instead of 2011. So those who are early adopters, they win. They win big. And you are allowed more leeway for trial and error and making mistakes than those who come later. Barrier of entry is higher when you're an early adopter, but your ROI is huge. Huge. Okay? So be flexible with the change. So I started teaching Instagram also. Who's on Instagram? Almost, I would say 80% of the room is on Instagram. You can spam more on Instagram. So those of you who love spamming and talking about your business, you can spam more on Instagram. You can talk more real estate. It doesn't have to be 80-20. It doesn't have to be 90-10. You can just go all out real estate. All out real estate. Everyone loves that, right? 24/7, real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate. So you must have a hashtag strategy or you're going to get lost in the sea of hashtags. When I talk to people, this is the same mistake I made when SEO was around. So I got in this business when online leads just started and SEO was big and SEO consultants were charging $5,000 to $10,000 a month and I bought in. I was paying $6,000 a month in SEO consultant in 2005. Joanne's laughing at me inside. So you guys all want to be Irvine Realtor, Fullerton Realtor, top Irvine listing agent. That's wrong. That's horrible. Guess what happens? How many realtors are there in Irvine? How many are going to use that hashtag? So when a consumer searches that hashtag, are they going to see your stuff or are they going to see stuff from 1,800 agents? Probably stuff from 1,800 agents. Should you hashtag Irvine Realtor? Yes, you should. But should that be the one that you really drive home? No, you should not. So I'll talk about branding on Instagram here a little bit. So you should have a hashtag bank, a bank of hashtags you use over and over and over and over again. I don't care if you list in Irvine, but you're a North County agent. You should still list your North County hashtags. But Felix, it's not North, I don't care. Don't you want to be found? Don't you want credit for that North Tustin listing when you live in San Clemente? I would think so. I would still hashtag North Tustin Real Estate. So have a hashtag bank that you always use. So you want to have geographical hashtags. Too general is no good. Real estate, no good. Who hashtags real estate? Don't raise your hand.
I had a question about that though. Now, in terms of the having your hashtag bank, now let's say if you're just working out or doing something that's not real estate related, I mean, would you still hashtag your real estate in with the post?
That's a great question. So I work out too on my Instagram. And so my hashtag is Felix the Coach or social media real estate coach. So I'll hashtag that. Your hashtag, the ones that you are really trying to brand yourself with, should not be more than 3 words.
Say that again?
Your hashtags that you're trying to brand yourself with to personalize and own yourself should not be more than 3 words. It can't be a sentence. I make fun of people by saying whole sentences in hashtags. But that's not being taught. You want to come up, Kristen, and ask your question? So we're going to continue a little bit here. So you want to start your own hashtag movement.
Can I just ask you from here?
No, you got to come up. Because you have to have the microphone. Hashtag hurry up. All right, thank you.
I think more of what Kira was asking, at least how I understood it was, so my hashtag bank is real estate related, but if I'm working out, am I gonna keep it? Am I gonna use that, continue to use that hashtag bank and then add to it?
You do personalize each post to what it pertains to, but there should be probably 3 to 5 that you consistently use for almost everything.
So even if they're real estate related, you can still use them.
So so I do it when I take pictures of food. So I have my foodie, Felix the foodie, Felix eats, right? I eat. That's my hashtag. You should go look. I have some really cool pictures of some sushi on there.
That's pretty much all sushi.
My mercury levels are pretty
I
high.
know, seriously.
So then I have Felix the coach and social media real estate coach, Felix the agent, things like that that I hashtag on top of that, even though it's not real estate related. Okay, so you do want to personalize it. Matt, what is the question?
You jumped the other day or yesterday from a real estate related post on Instagram and you tagged Italian shoes, Bergamo. Well, it was a real estate related post. I want to see the correlation. Thank you.
The correlation is that I took a picture of my Ferragamo shoes.
There was a second one though. It was you doing a live video and you also tagged Ferragamo shoes.
Because I was wearing a Ferragamo belt and a Ferragamo shoes and a
Underwear.
there's a suit I was wearing. I forget the brand of the suit, but it was because I was wearing those items.
Association with brand.
Association with brand, but it doesn't have to be. It could have been football. Okay, so let's talk about starting your hashtag movement. You actually want to own a hashtag that nobody else would want to claim. That's why you guys all are thinking wrong. You guys all want to be top listing agent in some city or some area, and that's the wrong thinking. Okay, so let me help you out. So I helped an agent in Laguna Beach out with Emerald Bay. You guys know Emerald Bay? Like the homes are really expensive in Emerald Bay. So she told me that the nickname for Emerald Bay is eBay, just like the website, ebay.com. Okay, eBay. So we formulated that she would be the E-Babe. 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 So eBay and then babe after it. So is there real estate in that?
No.
It doesn't have to be. It's all about branding. So what would she do with hashtag eBay? She would put it everywhere, on every single Facebook post, on every single flyer, on everything that goes out to your farm. Every newsletter should have it on your email signature, on your business cards. You are spewing that everywhere for branding. And I have friends that do this. So I have a friend that did 128 transactions in Oakland, California, and all he does is social media and Zillow Premier. That's all he does. That's all he does. So for those of you who don't believe that this is coming, it's coming. It's not a one-off. The tech agents and the online agents, they're coming and they're learning faster than I can.
I have a question. It said own a hashtag.
Own a hashtag. How do you own it? Is because you started using it?
My friend is very analytical in the back here. So
I'm going to ask it because maybe someone else is thinking the same.
So we're going to get there. So owning the hashtag. So when we picked eBay, we actually looked on Instagram and Twitter to see if anyone owned it previously. So we checked to see, is there someone already using this? Because we don't want other people to use this. So there was one instance. There was one instance of this. So I said, oh, there's only one post on Instagram about this. This is a good hashtag. Okay. So Kier, can you walk them through what we did with your hashtag and what you found?
Oh, sure.
So with your name and how I said, remember what I said about your name?
Oh, because I wanted to do, what was it, Agent Kier, I think I was thinking. And because my name is very unique, it's very hard to spell, he was like, nah, it's not going to work.
Too complicated.
Too complicated. So we came up with another hashtag.
Which was?
Your Agent Q.
No.
What was the first?
Agent Q.
Agent Q. Well, yeah. Oh, well, yes. Okay. So the first one was Agent Q, and unfortunately, there was already someone using Agent
How many?
Q.
Like 2,000, right?
Yeah,
2,000
horrible, right? How many
hashtags
other-
with Agent Q.
Really, seriously? But I'm thinking maybe it's like insurance agent or some other type of agent. That was kind of suck. Really like that one.
Yeah.
And then we found your Agent Q. So I used that, and then I also use Home Agent Q. So I've been using both of those hashtags. So
It should be a hashtag that you own. You don't want to share with other agents in the county. You don't. That's the whole point. Right, so it's not top listing agent in Irvine. It's none of that stuff. That doesn't work because you get lost in the mix of everyone who's using that hashtag. You should still hashtag that. So when people are searching that, they still find you potentially, but you want to have your own where they can search a hashtag and see everything that you've done. All your listings, all of your testimonials in one place. Put it in the title of your YouTube video. So hashtag is the new branding. That is where we're going. This is the new branding. It's not going anywhere. So don't go micro or macro. Macro is where you go to general. To general is Irvine Realtor. I would hashtag Irvine Realtor if I was in Irvine, but that's not the one that I'm branding. Does that make sense? That's a macro hashtag that I'm still going to use in my hashtag bank, but I want something micro only to me, and it doesn't have to have agent or real estate or RE in it. I help people all day long just think about hashtags that they should use in their movement. Yes, sir.
When you own a hashtag, I create my, let's say my first name, always last name, Kazi. I say, okay, agent. But what's stopping someone else to use it?
So someone could hijack your hashtag, but I wouldn't recommend your first and last name in real estate. It's sort of not very inventive or original. Okay, so no more than 3 words. And it doesn't, so my friend in NorCal, so he's very controversial. Okay, his name is Kenny Trong. You can add him on Facebook if he'll add you. He was in the newspaper and on the news for his hashtag. His hashtag is Fast Agent, F-A-S-T, agent, Fast Agent. So he started this campaign 2 years ago. And all he did was he bought all the park benches in the city of Oakland, 40 of them, and he has Fast Agent on them. There's no phone number. Your picture's not on there. There's no house. It's just hashtag Fast Agent. And he owns that city because of that. Simplistic. Forget everything you learned about branding. This is 2016, 2017. Branding has changed. That's the thing. We're still thinking 20, 30 years ago. Some of that still works, but it's becoming less and less effective. We want to be in the forefront, okay? So just for example, so we have some of our banners and this is hashtag Felix the coach and hashtag Felix sells OC, right? Because how many Felixes are in real estate? I think maybe one other agent in Orange County is named Felix. Person. In LA, I think there's like 20, but in Orange County, I don't think there's many more. Snapchat. Who's on Snapchat? Okay, so a lot less people. So that probably, wow, less than 10% of room is on Snapchat. And this is the new Instagram. A year ago, I wasn't even teaching Instagram. A year ago, I was only teaching Facebook because that's where the majority of the leads are. Okay, so Snapchat is here to stay. Basically, Snapchat is an app where your message will disappear after 24 hours. You can't see the message or the clip or the picture. Okay, it got a bad name because people used it for bad things early when it was invented. Okay. So we're not gonna talk too much about Snapchat because it's not a mainstream one right now. Okay, so if you get good audience on Twitter, use Twitter. Twitter is a mainstream social media platform. Facebook is a main social media platform. Instagram, main social media platform. LinkedIn is a main social media platform that people are on every day. So here's a posting schedule. Again, just email me. I'll mail this to you. No problem. I'll send it to all your managers. You can ask your managers for it. Okay. So Monday, Motivational Monday. Here's the thing. If you're not motivational and you're sort of a negative Nancy, they're going to think you're sort of weird when you start posting motivational quotes. So don't do it if that's not your if you're not warm and fuzzy, don't do it. It's not going to work out for you very well. Tuesdays, Testimonial Tuesdays or Transformation Tuesday. Transformation Tuesday came from the fitness world. So it was, look at me, I just lost 20 pounds, or look at me, I went from flabby to hard body. Shredded. Or it can be something mental, so a mental transformation. Transformation Tuesday can also be mental growth, okay? Wednesday, Woman Crush Wednesday, Throwback Thursday. So Felix, these are all non-real estate posts. Yes, they are. But this is all about branding. They need to know, right? They need to know you, who you are. They need to know that you are a real estate agent. They need to like you. We're working on the like a lot because you guys don't work on the like at all on your Facebook. You just ask for business all the time. Work on the like, okay? Flashback Friday, or you can do business. Saturday, when you post also matters. When you post also matters. I don't post normally past 11 p.m., but really, I really don't post past 8 o'clock because most people are asleep. If that post doesn't take off, it's gonna die very quickly. So you guys posting at midnight, 1 in the morning, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Just wake up at 6 o'clock the next morning and post at 6 o'clock. Okay, my best times to post, 8 o'clock p.m. That's the best time. I'm from the East Coast, so what happens is all of you guys support me and like my post, and then all my East Coast friends wake up at 2 in the morning and it takes off again. And you guys are, the early birds are waking up around 5. It's skyrocketing, and I'm at 100 posts by 9 o'clock in the morning. By going to sleep at 50. Oh, great thing. So I don't support Hootsuite or Buffer.com. I don't support Hootsuite or Buffer.com because it kills your engagement. Facebook knows that it's a third-party posting service and will kill your engagement. So if you would have gotten 50 or 60 likes, now you're going to get probably about half of that. So you're killing your likes by not posting it manually. I don't use those services. I used to. Oh, I got a typo here. Can you pronounce that, Kier?
Pasrano?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Pasrano?
Typo. So you do want to get to the point where we're posting 4 or 5 times a day. Why? Because you can propaganda more. You can talk about your business more once a day. But don't go from 0 posts ever to 5 times a day. You're going to shock your friends, right? But you guys know that sometimes I post 5 times a day. Nobody minds. Nobody unfriends me because I provide so much value. If they unfriended me, they would also take the value away. Does that make sense? So you want to provide so much value, they can't afford to unfriend you. And focus on the content. This means no sharing. This means who spreads those tasty videos of food making? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me explain why. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me finish. Because how many likes do you get on that? I bet you don't get 5 likes on that thing. Maybe 10. Here's the problem. The tasty food videos where they're telling you how to make food. Okay? Or the cute cat, or the cute dog. Don't do it. Don't show the cute cat. Don't show the cute dog. Don't show all of those videos. I got one of my agents in the office, in the audience here, right? Boyed? Yes. Boyed. So, Boyed, can you talk about what you shared and your results there, Boyed, real quick?
Well, I always share probably about 5 to 10 per day from other. Well, different posts like interesting engineering stuff or interesting dogs and funny stuff.
How many likes did you get?
The most 5.
Most of them were
0.
Interesting engineering, interesting.
So your friends care about your content. They don't care that you're pushing a Yahoo real estate article. They don't care that you're pushing a Yahoo health article. They don't care that you're pushing a video that someone else made. They care about your content. So no memes, right? So what is that? What is that group about making fun of agent that specifically makes fun of like people's clients? Lighter side. Stop posting that stuff. It's awful for your business. Lighter side real estate. Do not post that stuff because it's negative about your client. Why would you ever post that stuff? Basically, indirectly complaining about your business and your clients. Why? Stop it. This is what I see. Now when I put the mirror in front of your face, now you guys sort of see it, right? When you complain, about a closing or a buyer, it's that it's a weakness that you have. I don't care if my buyer cancels 5 times. I'm going to get them into the 6th house. If the first 5 weren't right for them, I support my buyers. I support my client no matter what, even if they're a knucklehead. I support them. So we already went over the best time to post. So social media concierge, great to push out there. You can do that automatically. So the question was, use Hootsuite or Buffer. Social media concierge, just automatically post them from Buffer and Hootsuite. Take care of it for the whole month if you want to. Oh yeah, fun. Just go on Buffer and go on Hootsuite and just plan out social media concierge for the whole week or the whole month. Just go back in time. If you don't have to post today's, right? Post yesterday's, post last week's. Just go back in time and just post them all automatically. But I would post organically on these platforms: your Facebook personal page, Instagram, and Snapchat. That's where it has to be organic, meaning you create it, you post it right away. Create it, post it. Create it, post it. Use Buffer and Hootsuite for all of those other ones. And what I would do is have one of each, because Buffer allows you to, I think, have 5 for free. Or I'm sorry, Hootsuite allows you to have 5 for free, and Buffer allows you to have 3 for free. So now you have 8 accounts you can push to on an automatic basis for free. Okay. And then if you want to make memes yourself or any banners, you can go to canva.com. There's some other ones, but Canva is one I've used in the past. Facebook Live done right. Where's my cell phone? My name is Sally Smith. I'm at my open house. Here's the gorgeous house, and Sally Smith is walking around the house. Sally just made her house go from worth $2 million down to worth nothing. Because of how she presented that house. I'd rather you stand in the gorgeous kitchen, talk about all the features of the house. So do a selfie video, talk about, this is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath. It's got a loft, own theater, wine cellar. It's located in Turtle Ridge, Turtle Crest, wherever. Semi-custom home. What's the villa lifestyle, right? But I'm talking about all the features, and then maybe I'll just pan to the kitchen real quick, and that's it. I'm not walking around the house like this. So don't walk around and have a shaky production. Now, once you get good at this, walking around backwards actually is very effective because it's a pattern disruptor. But if you watch me walk around, is it a shaky production? It's not. I walk around on my videos. When you're beginning to do this, though, don't walk around. Lindsay?
Are we concerned more with Facebook Live with the views or, because now on Facebook Live, it'll tell you how many people actually viewed it. Are we aiming for a certain number, or are we concerned with likes, comments? What's that? Is there an algorithm for that?
You are concerned with likes and views still. So here's how it works. If you have 50 people that liked your post, minimum of 250 actually saw it, upwards of 500 or more. So 5 to 10 times that number actually saw it. So the likes and the views still count. If I scroll back past your Facebook Live video, that's a view. Okay. So is it a value? A little bit, but we want to grab their attention. We want to grab their attention by having a title for what we're doing. Social media mistakes, real estate, mortgage, title, sales, entrepreneurs, small business owners, tune in. Will be deleted in 24 hours. We want to have a title. The mistake I see is people just go live with no title. And they're walking around doing this stuff. Okay? You want to jump on Facebook Live now. Facebook is advertising, spending their own money on Facebook Live, and everyone's asking, why are they doing that? Here's why. Cable channels and TVs are disappearing. Can you open that door here?
Sure.
Do you guys understand that news networks and cable networks as we know it are going to disappear in the next 5 to 10 years? Where's the content come from? Facebook, YouTube, Hulu. It's going to be live stream. Hulu and Netflix have their own TV shows, don't they? That's where everybody is moving to. I already see it. Do you see it? Is the question. So you want to be on Facebook Live now and get uncomfortable now. I remember, here, can you talk about last year and how uncomfortable you felt? So first video till now, and we're going to show that picture of you in the office prepping, but you can get background about that too.
You want to give background about the picture that you have not shown yet?
You can do that. But just about
Oh, okay. The very first video I
the
did.
very first video, what was going through your head?
Okay. Well, the very first video that was going through my head was like, wow, like not really comfortable doing this. I'm embarrassed, and, you know, like just worried about what people were gonna think. You know, my presentation. You know,
Who
I
feels that
didn't.
way? Who feels that way? I felt that way too.
Thank you. It's like I haven't lost my 20 pounds yet. You know, maybe we should like postpone this video thing until I lose my pounds. You know, I'm not wearing the right suit today. You know, I really look better in purple. Like just wasn't the right thing for me. But
I'm not dressed right.
if not dressed right, you know, the lighting wasn't good. What was I gonna say? I didn't have any real topics or anything to say.
I'm mumbling, stumbling.
Mumbling, stumbling, all of that. But Felix doesn't care about that stuff. He's like, hey, you know, just go out there and do it. And it was one takes too. It wasn't like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, can I try again? But no, he's like,
Post
all
it.
right, you got your one take. That's
Post
perfect.
it.
We're saving it.
One take and post it.
We're going to post it.
One take and
Yeah.
post it.
So I had to post it.
Guess what happened though?
It was real.
Yeah, it was
It
real.
was real,
Exactly.
and you've gotten a lot better. So, right now, right? You've gotten better, right? So, how do you feel more comfortable in front of the camera and what you're doing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, you can tell how comfortable I am in front of speaking to all these people here, right?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I've probably done close to 200 videos now. So, I mean, I feel a lot more comfortable in front of the camera. I mean, I dress like this all the time for a reason because I usually send out videos to my clients, just kind of follow up with them. My past clients, people in my sphere, just say, hey, you know, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, you know, and I get a lot of engagement out of it because a lot of people aren't doing that. A lot of people just go on Facebook and be like, happy birthday. That's about it. But if I have their contact information, I have their email, I do a quick video. It's like, hey, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You know, I saw that you have plans to go out of town. Have a great time. And all of a sudden, these people are responding back to me like, oh my gosh, that's the nicest thing you've ever done. You know, it's interesting because my manager, Terry, you're still watching. I actually did a post for Terry, like my manager. I was like, hey, you know, I just wanted to, you know, say, you know, happy birthday to Terry. You know, I actually did my Power Curve training with Terry. He was the director of training. You know, and I was telling him like the reason why I'm here is because of all the energy and how excited you were to teach us. Like really, you know, I really felt it. I would show up like an hour early and do all the trainings and all that kind of stuff. And I was valedictorian of the Power Curve training class. But I was telling him like because of him, that's where I'm at now. And he was blown away about it. He's like, oh my God, this is like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. And then he like called me and he was like, oh my gosh, that was so nice. I'm like really? Like I was just being genuine. I was just like, hey, you know, because we have to just type it up. I'm like, hey, you know what? It's Terry's birthday. Say how I met him and everything like that. And I actually ended up getting like probably like 90 to 100 likes. And this is like a business post. I mean, we're both in our suits and we're standing on the first team side. But even like some of my past clients commented on it. They're like, oh my gosh, Kieran, that's so nice. You know, you're a true gentleman and everything like that. It's like, I'm just being me. Like, it wasn't about trying to get business or anything. I was just, hey, Terry's my friend. I would say something nice about him. So
did you do that? You didn't do that live, did you?
No, it was just a picture.
No, I just did.
It was just a picture.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So when you go Facebook Live, understand you're gonna mess up and be okay with that. So if you look at my old YouTube videos on my YouTube channel, they're awful. I don't watch them. But a lot of people still like them and they still tell me that I have good content on there. I'm a lot more comfortable now when I started. And the reason I started teaching all of this stuff was because there were companies that were trying to come into First Team to market to you guys. These are marketing companies that have never sold real estate, have never cultivated a real estate lead, and they're selling products to you guys that are teaching theory that didn't work. So I said, I don't agree with this. Let me step in and really curb this from happening because I don't believe that they can deliver on what they're selling. And so I had to make that leap and get uncomfortable by making video. Not fun, not fun. I'll come back to the question we were trying to finish up with, but I'll definitely answer it. So here's some videos that you want to do on Facebook Live, okay? So you can make personalized videos and send them out to open house attendees by email or by text. Farming and door knocking, don't actually do the actual live event, but say that you're in the neighborhood and don't call it door knocking. We want to use consumer terms, not real estate terms. That's another mistake you guys use. It's like you're talking to another real estate agent. You need to talk you to a consumer, and you have to dumb it down, dumb it down. You're not there to make friends with the agent across the hallway. Don't use those real estate terms. Use terms that you're explaining a 1031 exchange, Starker exchange, refers exchange, whatever it is, to the consumer, okay? Please write down your question, Lindsay. I'm gonna do a speed round here. Happy birthday videos. Who can sing or who can play an instrument in here? Perfect. How about you perform for somebody and you upload that video and send it to them for their birthdays? You are gonna get business. Guaranteed. Holiday updates, 5 tips for selecting a realtor. You can script this out. And I don't care if you read from a piece of paper for the first time. There's also, if you do teleprompter, if you Google teleprompter, there's teleprompter ads that you can use, apps right off your computer. So it'll just flow right in front of you and you can just read it, okay? Teleprompter, just Google teleprompter. 5 tips for selecting a loan officer, 5 tips for selecting a home inspector. Client testimonials are the best for everything. It's not about you, it's about third-party validation, it's about them. Character testimonials. So if you're new to the business, character testimonials. Teach a lesson. Announcements, respond to client questions, okay? And just to say hello, not on Facebook Live, but video is okay. Not on Facebook Live.
No, question, Felix. When it comes to Facebook Live, I mean, do you just go Facebook Live, or would you kind of let people know that, hey, I'm going Facebook Live on Monday at 5 o'clock?
I'm okay with either. So I'm at the stage where I'm trying to build a large audience. So I do go with Grant Cardone or Gary Vee or Patrick Bet-David. There's some of the entrepreneurs and people I follow. When they go live, they have thousands. A small group is maybe 400 or 500 people. My largest group was 100 watching. So I want to be like them. I want to get up to 1,000 viewers at one point. You know, there was a car chase last night in LA. Surprise, surprise. There's 13,000 people that viewed that live stream from the helicopter, right? I want to be like that. Okay. But it's going to take some work to get that way. So in the beginning, yes, prepping them by saying that you're going to go live in a couple hours will help to drive more people there. And I delete mine, and that drives more people there also because they don't want to miss the information, so they'll watch it. So this is how you get a great testimonial. Go to your friends and family. You can bribe them with gift cards. They love those. All right, favorite restaurant, favorite coffee place. Have them describe in detail a problem that you solved for them. It's not, Kier did a great job. There's no value in that. It's, the deal went sideways and Kier fixed it. There's value. And here's how he fixed it. The appraisal came in low, but we still wanted 550. Appraisal came in at 535. Kier negotiated to get us 550. Do you guys see that? It's not, he did a great job. There's no value there. You have to go step by step on how the problem was solved. Again, you have to connect the dots to the consumer. They don't understand this stuff. We are still thinking like salespeople and real estate agents, and we're not thinking like consumers. You have to connect the dots. What do we have? We as managers have to connect the dots for you guys. This is a great tool. You guys don't think it's a great tool? Let me connect the dots for you. Let me show you how to sell it. Let me show you why it's of value to you. Okay, quick recap. 80-20, your lifetime goal is 5,000 friends, and usually this is where people cringe. This is why I say your lifetime goal is 5,000 friends. You have a large margin of error. If you're awful and you're that D- student, you'll still do 5 transactions and potentially make 6 figures. That's why I say that. But minimum of 2,000 friends is probably needed to do any business. If I went back to sales right now, I stopped being a manager, I went back to sales, I believe I could close 30 deals from Facebook a year. 30. I have friends that do 100 deals plus a year from Facebook. It's like the 4-minute mile. It's already been proven. All across the country, in all markets, it's proven. It's just whether you believe you can do it. Are you going to tap in and take some of this, or are you going to let someone else do it? Be on these platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google+, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. So which ones do I use on a weekly basis? Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And monthly, I'm on YouTube, and maybe on Google+. I don't spend any time on Pinterest, personally. So if you're gonna spend your time on one, it's Facebook. Second one, I would go to Instagram. Third one, maybe Twitter, maybe YouTube, maybe Snapchat, right? Whatever your comfort level is. Don't be jack of all trades for this. When people a year ago said, Felix, how come you're not teaching Instagram? I said, because it's going to dilute what I'm doing on Facebook right now. Now that my Facebook, I can get 300-400 likes on a post, I can now migrate and start focusing on my Instagram and building that up. That make sense? Yes. Real quick. Oh, actually, write down the questions. I'll come back to them real quick. So there's a couple more slides, and then we're going to get to questions. So you want to get to posting at least once a day. You will not shock any audience with posting once a day. They can handle it. Once you get to posting more than once a day, that's when they start telling you things like, I think you post too much, Felix. Okay? You're only spending 20 to 30 minutes a day. Here, how much time do you spend right now?
About 20 minutes a day. No?
Oh, 20 minutes a day?
Well, are you talking about like Facebook posts? Oh, everything. Okay. So if I'm doing everything, about 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour. And that's because for each of these platforms, you got to think of it's a different language. You know, Facebook, you're speaking a different language. Instagram, you're speaking another language. LinkedIn, Google Plus, Twitter kind of wrap those up. But in terms of Facebook and Instagram, you're speaking different languages. So when I do a post on Facebook, it's going to be Facebook. If I do a post for Instagram, it's going to be an Instagram. If I do a post for Snapchat, it's going to be a Snapchat. So that's why it takes me a little longer. I can't post the same thing on all platforms and expect the same engagement.
Perfect answer. So there is a native language you have to speak. So I write a lot. I write novels on Facebook. I don't write novels on Instagram. It's 1 or 2 sentences and hashtags. So be native to the platform. How do you measure? You measure by likes and engagement. For your personal post, your friends hopefully love you and hopefully you can reach 10%. If you're less than 1,000, you may skew high. You may skew to 20 to 25%. I've never seen anyone 1,000 though. You know, mostly when you get to 1,000 friends, you're going to be around the 10% mark. It does you no good if you have 200 friends that you have 100 likes. It actually doesn't do you that well. Okay. Another mistake I see is when you guys have a business post, you keep it friends only. All of your business posts should be public. All of your business posts should be public. All of your business posts should be public. People that interview you to be a buyer's agent or listing agent, they do Google your name. So you want all of the public things that are business to show up. For your personal post, you're aiming, or I'm sorry, your business post, you're aiming for half of that, 5%. So if I have 1,000 friends, I'm aiming for 50 likes on my personal post, or I'm sorry, my business post, and 100 on my business post. Okay, that's just the gauge and the measure. When you get to 2,000, 3,000 friends, it's not always going to be that way. Okay, one more slide and we'll get to questions. So you should all have yourself saved on your contact card in your phone. So this is my contact card from my phone. It's got my cell phone number. It's got my 2 emails, my first team and my personal. It's got my YouTube channel. It's got my testimonial tree for my testimonials that has, it used to have 100 testimonials. Now it only has 45, I think. My Facebook. So this is my personal. This is not my business page. I don't care about them liking my business page. I want them to be friends with me. Okay. So there's a top agent in this company, and her millennial daughter said, "Mom, I think you should just combine your 2 Facebook pages and have a fan page." Let me ask you, would you rather be someone's friend or someone's fan? So would you ever switch your personal page to a fan page? I wouldn't. I would not. You place yourselves above your friends and family if you do that. Okay. You can add more stuff. What do I add if I was an agent? Your first team website, your website. What else would I add? Anything else that shows how you do business. Maybe you have a blog or something else or another platform you're pushing. And here's the microphones here. I'm gonna set up the pictures for you. So before and after.
Okay. So this is a part of the presentation where I get to be embarrassed. All right. So we're gonna start. Oh, let's cover up that number there. All right. So this post is BF. Does anyone know what BF stands for? There you go, before Felix, yes. So this is a post before Felix. So, yeah. I know. This is before Felix. I was so giving myself high fives all day. Giving myself high fives all day. All right. As you see, another BF post here. Yes, not a lot of information. As you can see, it was just a one-liner. Beautiful home, looking for a new owner. That's a lot of information, right? That'll definitely make you drive to that home, right? Once again, a BF post. I was trying to be emotional, with my one line. Adding a new member to the McGlory family. Hashtag so excited. Oh, yes. Yeah, another BF post. Ready for my open house. Come join me. Why are you gonna come join me? Do you know who I am? What value are you getting out of that post? You see a bunch of flags. It's the house. Showing properties to my buyer clients. All right. Yes. High five for me, right? Self-promoting pros. Yes. BFing in. Yeah, so I was feeling myself a little bit. I thought I was pretty cool with this post. Going over my notes for my next video, since my brother Felix Hung is currently out of town visiting family. I had my assistant do the filming today.
So can you talk about that?
I did already. Okay. Yeah, so I used to make excuses for not doing videos because, well, I can't do video because no one can hold my camera, and Felix, you're not here, so you can't help me write on the outline. So. Okay, so this is an AF post. AF stands for? Yes. So this is when we started, I started documenting our different doctor visits. So this was really short, but I mean, the picture is the emotion. I mean, the words are there, but it's a picture that drew people to it.
How many likes you have?
158. 158.
It works. Hold on. Was it Chase Bank you walked into and people recognized you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so this is another AF post, right? So it's a post about my wife and I's 10-year anniversary. Happy 10-year anniversary to my beautiful wife. I remember the night we met. It was President's Day weekend, and my friend Jose was begging me to go out because there was no school the next day. But I worked at Office Depot at the time, and I had work at 5 a.m. the next day. So it's pretty much to tell the whole story that night when I met with my wife and got home about 2:30 in the morning, had to be up in an hour. But obviously, it worked because we're still together. Love you.
So we'll do Q&A now.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll go back to the Q&A now. So we have some questions back here.